Medalion Rahimi and Caleb Castille, thank you so much for joining us on TV Insider to talk about your holiday plans in a holiday year like no other. You play NCIS LA's newest agents, Fatima Namiza and Devin Roundtree. And before we talk about your holiday plans, any hints about what's coming up for them? They've had some exciting moments lately.
I would say lots of excitement, lots of action. I would say lots of things that you would expect from NCIS, you know?
Classic.
That's all we'll say.
Okay, that's a good start. We'll look forward to that. Well, how are you each celebrating the holidays this year? And Medalion, we'll start with you.
Well, I'm lucky enough to have my family in town. They live here in Los Angeles. So I will just be spending it with my immediate family, the closest, my parents and my siblings. And it's just going to be a very low-key, chill holiday at home. We already did a Hanukkah dinner. We're going to do Christmas. So we'll just hit all the religions on the way.
Caleb, what about you?
So fortunately, I get to go and see my parents who are healthy and safe, and I'm excited about that. It's been a long time since I've seen my family. The show we've been shooting pretty consistently for the past several months, so it'll be nice.
So, what about holiday movies? Do your families get together? Medalion, does your family have a favorite holiday movie you'll be watching?
Actually, me and my mom the other night watched The Holiday, the Nancy Meyers film. I watch that every year. I don't know why, it just makes me feel so cozy inside. But, my dad is a big football fan, so he'll just probably be watching football, and basketball is back on. So that'll be what's on the TV at home for us.
Yeah.
Well, what about at your home, Caleb? What is the big holiday movie there?
So when I was growing up, the holiday movie, I always chuckled, like, hearing myself say this back, thinking about me as like a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, however old, like watching all of the like old, what's his name? Charles Heston, like Bible movies when he would play, like, whether it's like the Prince of Egypt or the Chariots or whatever, like, or Abraham or Moses, like all of these movies that were like 4 or 5 hours long. Our parents would make us sit. But now it's like Medalion said, now we just are a sports family, and it'll be TV on and some board games and stuff like that. But I always watch Home Alone, like every year.
Yes.
I have to just go back through it, like. And I love to watch it with the facts, that pop. Like, there's one channel I think that does like the facts where it pops up and like spills different secrets about the movie. I think it might be TBS. I'm not sure, but it's cool.
That's fun. They should do that for NCIS LA.
Yeah, exactly.
What about your favorite TV moment from 2020? I know you're working and you're shooting and your show keeps you very busy, but do you have a favorite TV moment? Medalion?
Well, I did watch SNL the other night, and Timothée Chalamet and I can't remember his name, this other comedian did this hilarious spoof on TikTok rappers, and it was really well done. I have to say that was probably one of my favorite. SNL has been killing it with the socio-political commentary this year. There's a lot to talk about. Yeah.
Got a lot of material to work with.
Absolutely. I've loved watching David Letterman when I was younger, like with my grandma. And now that he has come out with this new series on Netflix where he sits down with different celebrities and kind of does the same thing that he's always done, but he goes in more depth and it's more raw. And I have loved those interviews. I think that it's been very positive because I think he interviews kind of like polarizing figures, and you kind of figure out like, oh, this person isn't like too far from, like how I am. So like, yeah, I really liked that Netflix deal that they're doing with David Letterman.
So my next question is about what you've been binging. So Caleb, would that be your answer to what you've been binging, or have you binged something else?
I binge so many shows. If you look at my queue, I can binge like 4 shows at one time. But I'm right now. I just binged Lovecraft Country, which was insane on HBO Max. And I'm now working my way through The Undoing.
Yes.
Medalion, what have you been binging?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? Well, I also binged The Undoing as well. I binged The Crown season 4.
Oh,
That was so
yes.
I sort of just skipped season 3 and went straight to season 4. And then, I've sort of been getting back into the reality TV, just dipping my toes in. It's like a nice escapism.
Is that what you're watching in your trailer that I can hear? That's
the
what
French
you're watching.
one? Yeah. I watched this
That's what you're watching.
reality TV show. Yeah.
What do you wish for in 2021?
Oh, I love that question.
Great question. I would say, well, I wish for this pandemic to be over. And for 2021 to just be really, I don't know if it will be, just because it's going to be like the aftermath of this year, but I'm hoping it will be a really prosperous, healthy, transformative year for everybody.
Yeah, I would definitely chime in and double down on what Medalion said. I really hope that with this transfer of power in office that that we would just come together even more just as a people. And I feel like I just like miss more like simple days, or maybe life was still hard, when I was growing up in the 90s or whatever. But I just feel like, I'm just like, man, like I just remember, we've all remembered much better times. Of course, there are unprecedented times right now, but I really believe in us, and I just hope that everybody can just link arms in a unique way this year, to just kind of not forget about what has happened this year, but because there's been a lot of lessons learned through these tough trials, but that we would just all get on the same page about moving forward.